A man has to spend $1 billion in 1 month. Only then can he inherit his grandfather's $30 billion fortune. But there's one condition: he has to spend the money on himself. So Luca first spent $100,000 to hire 20 bodyguards. Then he rented the most expensive hotel in the city and partied there with his friends and relatives. He also sponsored people with impossible dreams. He even paid $30 million just to have dinner with a stock market guru. But all of this barely made a dent in the $1 billion. So Luca came up with a brilliant idea. He bought a terrible soccer team. This team had never scored a single goal since it was founded. Luca also hired a top coach to train them. Then he spent a fortune renovating their training facilities. This did spend a lot of money. But something unexpected happened. The dreamers Luca sponsored actually succeeded. The stocks he bought that were supposed to crash actually went up in value. Even that crazy project to move an iceberg to the equator turned a huge profit. Luca sat in his chair in despair. Who would have thought that in just 2 weeks, not only had he failed to spend all the money, he'd actually made an extra $1 billion. This made Luca very frustrated. So Luca held a press conference and launched a brand new insurance product called Fat Insurance. It only costs $1 to sign up, but for every pound you lose, you get $10,000. Suddenly everyone went crazy. Everyone started dieting like their lives depended on it. The money in the vault disappeared fast. But then Luca got a phone call. His girlfriend had been kidnapped. The kidnappers demanded $10 million for her release. Now Luca faced two choices: pay the $10 million to save her, but that would break the rules, and he'd lose the $30 billion. But if he called the police, the kidnappers would kill his girlfriend. Just as he was struggling to decide, his grandfather showed up at the kidnapping scene. It turned out this was a hidden test his grandfather had set up for Luca. Only by being willing to give up the money could Luca prove he deserved to inherit the $30 billion. But grandfather waited until the afternoon, and Luca still hadn't shown up. The kidnappers were getting ready to call it a day and go home. That's when they saw Luca at the stairway, bringing the money to save her. In the end, Luca passed all the tests.